All right, welcome to phase one, how to take control of your new patient marketing forever. So our first lesson, we want to know how to build a pipeline of qualified prospects and the only model you will ever need to add new patients to your practice every single week. All right, so let's make sure that we have a common ground to start from. Number one, everybody agrees that new patients are the lifeblood of every practice, okay? Long term, it's always better to own your own marketing instead of to outsource that, if that's possible. Number three, whether it's today or 10 years from now, once you commit and own the skill of acquiring new patients, you absolutely can control your future. So we're going to start that right now today. So I hope you're excited. I hope you are sitting there and just honestly want to learn things that maybe you never even thought you would learn. I hope that you're getting ready to learn some really cool secrets that we have for you. All right, before we do that, I have learned a couple of hard lessons over 7 years of doing this. And number one, and these hard-earned lessons, they seem obvious, but honestly, they are fleeting and they're easy to miss. So number one, unqualified marketing campaigns, so general marketing campaigns, will sink your practice faster than almost anything else. Okay. Number two, qualified questions get qualified prospects. Now, here's an obvious question. I'm kind of speaking in nomenclature right now, so using some fancy words. How do you get qualified leads? Well, let's make sure that we cross one thing off our list, a common belief that is absolutely not true. So it is very common. And in fact, I put this image on the page because this is a message from a very experienced marketer who runs new patient marketing campaigns for clinics just like yours. And this person reached out to me and said, hey, how do you target high quality demographics, someone who can pay? And I responded, as in targeting? I was actually quite blown away by this response, okay? And it shows that, one, it's not your fault. If you've been told that there's some kind of special way that's beyond demographics and just very broad methods of showing someone an ad, if you've been sold that there's a technical magical wand, that is a lie. But it's not just you. Agencies that work with you, they also think this same thing, which is why they'll start a campaign and it'll do great in the first week or two, and then it'll taper off. And they can't figure out why. Okay, there is no technical magical wand that works. Okay, but there is something that absolutely works. There is a way to get qualified leads in your practice, and we're going to learn what that is. So I want you to understand how I learned this. Okay, I want you to understand that this was not something that I created. It's something that I discovered. Now, if you have been on other trainings or maybe you sat through a webinar, you probably have heard the story about how our agency had a case study published on some results that we got for a chiropractic clinic. Now, this case study was a game changer. It absolutely changed our lives for a lot of reasons. I mean, the success and the results were good, a level of credibility, which is nice. But honestly, what we learned from having this case study changed everything, okay? So this case study, number one, it made it so, of course, yes, we're the only agency that had published results. Great. But number two, we discovered a new patient marketing model, a formula, if you will, that really has shaped the way that we do marketing today and also will shape the way that you do marketing in the future. Okay, so here's what we discovered. Like I said, this is not anything we created. We absolutely, I wish I could take credit and say, hey, I changed human psychology, but that is not what happened. Okay, so what we discovered in this marketing campaign was some of the ads that we created did absolutely amazing. And then some of them, while they generated leads, they didn't make that much revenue. And so when we honed in on the parts of the marketing campaigns that created outsized impact as far as revenue, we came up with a formula, a model, if you will. And we repeated the process over and over and over again. And today, this is something we call the qualified lead formula, okay? And basically the way it works, and you'll see more examples of this as you jump into Patient Stream and use some of our offers that are there for you. But just so you understand what it comprises of and why it works is because, one, we're niche focused. Okay, that means we're asking qualified or niche questions. Nothing general, nothing broad. Two, we are including some type of treatment. Now, we have variations of this. I like to call treatments anything that is a unique mechanism. And as we go through this, that idea, that concept will become more clear to you. And then number three is threshold pricing, meaning we had to test a lot of different price points to find the sweet spot, if you will, a point where we could get a lot of qualified patients, okay, but not have the price so low that we'd get everybody, right? We couldn't have it too high because then you would get nobody, and you couldn't have it too low because then you'd get everybody. And that's what we're not in this business to do. So this formula, this is the foundation of everything that we do today and into the future whenever we want to promote a new service center, okay? And by the way, if you break one rule, if you price something too low, if you don't include treatment the right way, or if you, get crazy and say, hey, I'm not going to focus on any niche, guess what happens? It all breaks. It absolutely no longer works, okay? The qualified lead formula. Why is this formula so important? Because it actually exposes the truth about how marketing actually works. Marketing is not just science. It is art, okay? And finding the right prospect hinges on your advertising and what they say, who it talks to, and who, more importantly, it does not talk to. And by the way, it's always been done this way. Whether it was on TV, you like the old, box TV, whether it was on billboards or radio. Marketing does not change just because the delivery style changes, okay? People are absolutely still people, and until that changes, we're going to follow the rules that generate the results, okay? So qualified questions get qualified patients. Now, the reason so many marketing campaigns fail is because they focus on targeting, and I'll put that in parentheses, as the silver bullet. They're focusing on the wrong part of what we're doing. Qualified offers bring qualified patients. What we say is the most important aspect of our marketing, and that will never change. Okay, so if we want to fill our practice with qualified patients, we follow this process, this formula. Now, this is the first video as we jump into all of the trainings, all of the guides, everything that we're going to do to bring you from where you're at today to a completely in control and robust new patient machine, okay? But I want to make a pact, a promise, if you will. I will share and show you everything that we have proven to work that actually produces results. I will show it all to you. I will hold nothing back. I will give you everything you need to take control and know how to grow your practice the way you need it done. But here's one thing I would ask of you. Please complete each lesson within the trainings, okay? From start to finish, don't skip forward, do all of the trainings. And if you get somewhere where maybe we've missed something in this, in these trainings, or something's not quite clear, ask for help, okay? There's a chat bot right in the bottom right-hand corner of your Patient Stream account. There's support at mypatientstream.com. We are here to help you. If we got to get on a call with you, that's no problem. Okay? So hopefully we can agree on that. We can make that pact and move forward. All right? Nice. All right. So now that we understand what this formula is, let's go ahead and walk through the offers and the framework that you're going to need. You're going to need to know what the framework is, how to use these leads to convert those leads into patients.